When Chapman Billies leave the street, and drouthy neighbours meet, as market days are wearing late and folk begin to tack the gate, while we sit boozing at the nappy, getting foo and unco happy, and think now on the lang Scot smiles and mosses, waters, slaps and styles that lie between us and our hame, where sits our sulky, sullen dame, gathering her brews like gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm. This truth fand honest Tam O Shanter, is he frae airy nichted canter, all dear, whom there a tune surpasses for honest men and bonny lasses. Ah, Tam, hadst thou but been sae wise as ta'en thy ain wife Kate's advice, she told thee weel thou was a skellum, a blethering, blustering, drunken blellum, that frae November till October, ae market day thou wasna sober. That ilka melder with the miller, thou sat as long as thou had siller, that every naig was caught a shoe, and the smith and thee gat roaring full, and that at the Lord's house, even on Sunday, thou drank with Captain Jean. Pfft! Till Monday. She prophesied that late or soon thou would be found deep drowned in Doon, or cast wi' warlocks in the mirk by Alloway's old haunted kirk. Ah, gentle dames, it gars me greet to think how mony counsel sweet, how many length and sage advices the husband frae thy wife despises. But to our tale. Ae market nicht, Tam ha get planted, unco richt, fast by an ingle blazing finely, wi' reemin swats that drank divinely. By his elbow, Suitor Johnny, his ancient trusty drouthy crony, Tam lo'ed him like a very brother. They had been fou for weeks thegither. The nicht drave on with sangs and clatter, and aye the ale was growing better. The landlady and Tam grew gracious with favours, secret, sweet and precious. The suitor told his queerest stories. The landlord's laugh was ready chorus. The storm without Mick rear and rustle. Tam didn't mind the storm a whistle. Care, mad to see a man so happy, e'en drowned himself among the nappy. As bees flee hame with lades of treasure, the minutes winged their way with pleasure. Kings may be blessed, but Tam was glorious, o'er all the ills o' life, victorious. But pleasures are like poppies spread. You seize the flower, its bloom is shed. Or like the snow falls in the river, a moment white, then melts forever. Or like the Borealis race that flit ere you can point their place, or like the rainbow's lovely form, vanishing amid the storm. Nae man can tether time nor tide. The hour approaches, Tam maun ride. That hour o' night's black arts, the keystane, that dreary hour Tam mounts his beast in, and sic night he tacks the road in, ne'er poor sinner was abroad in. The wind blew, 'twould blown its last, the rattling showers rose in the blast, the speedy gleams the darkness swallowed, loud deep in land the thunder bellowed. That nicht a child might understand, the deil had business on his hand. Well mounted on his grey mare Meg, a better never lifted leg, Tab scalp on through dub and mire, despising wind and rain and fire, whilst holding fast his good blue bonnet, whilst crooning o'er some old Scotch sonnet, whilst glowering round with prudent cares, lest bogles catch him unawares. Kirk Alloway was drawing nigh, where ghasts and hoolits nightly cry. Now by this time it was crossed the ford, where in the snow the chapman smoored, and past the bucks in Meikle Stane, where drunken Charlie brack's neck bane, and through the winds and by the cairn, where hunters fan the murdered bairn, and near the thorn aboon the well, where Mungo's mither hanged hersel. Before him Doon pours all his floods, the Dublin storm roars through the woods, the lightnings flash fae pole to pole, near and more near the thunders roll, when glimmering through the groaning trees, Kirk Alloway seemed in a blaze. Through ilka bore the beams were glancing, and loud redounded mirth and dancing, inspiring bold John Barleycorn, what dangers thou canst make us scorn. We tippenny, we fear nae evil, we Uscaby, we face the devil. The swats they reamed in Tammy's noddle. Fair play, he carnae deals a boddle. But Maggie stood, Rexair astonished, till by a heel and a hand admonished, she ventured forward on the licht. And thou, Tam, saw an uncle's sicht. Warlocks and witches in a dance. Nae cotillion bring you fae France, but hornpipes, jigs, strathspeys and reels put life and metal in their heels. A winnock bunker in the east, there sat old Nick in shape o' beast. A towsy tyke, black, grim and large, to gie them music was his charge. He screwed the pipes and got them skilled till roof and rafters a the devil. The coffin stood run. The coping presses that shod the deed in their last dresses, and by some devilish cantrip slichted in the cold hand held a licht, by which heroic Tam was able to note upon the haly table a murderer's banes and gibbet airns, twa span lang wee unchristened bairns, a thief new cut it through the rate wi' his last gasp, his gab did gape. 5 tomahawks with blood red rusted, 5 scimitars with murder crusted, a garter which a babe had strangled, a knife a feather's throat had mangled, whom his ain son o' life bereft. The grey hairs yet stacked to the heft were mair a horrible an offer that even to name would be unlawful. 3 lawyers' tongues turned inside out with lies seemed like a beggar's clout. 3 priests' hearts rotten, black as muck, lay stinking vile in every nook. As Tammy glowered amazed and curious, the mirth and fun grew fast and furious. The piper loud and louder blew, the dancers quick and quicker flew. They reeled, they set, they crossed, they cleekit till ilka carlin swat. Paw and reek it, and coosed their duddies to the whack, and linket it in a sack. Now Tam, oh Tam, had they been queens, all plump and strapping in their teens, their sacks instead of creasy flinen been snow white 1700 linen. Their breeks o' mine, my only pair, that aince were plush a gid blue hair, I'd have given them off my hardies for a blanket the bonny birdies. But withered beldams, old and droll, rigwoody hags would spin a foal, louping and flinging in a crummock. I wonder didn't he turn my stomach? But Tam ken what was what, fu brawly. There was a winsome wench and Wally that nicht enlisted in the corps, lang after kenned on Carrick shore. For money or beast to deed she shot, and perish money or bunny boat. She shoot baith meikle corn and beer, and kept the countryside in fear. Her cutty sark o' Paisley harned it, while a lassie she had worn. In longitude, though sorely scanty, it was her best, and she was vaunty. Little kenned that reverend granny, the sark she coughed for her wee nanny, with 12 Scots. 'Twas all her riches would ever have graced a dance o' witches. But here my muse her wing Moncur, 6 flights are far beyond her poor, to sing how Nanny lap and flang a supple jade she was, and strang, and how Tam stood like ane bewitched, and thought his very een enriched, even Satan glowered and fetched fu fain, and hotched and blew wi' micht and main, till first he caper sign another, Tam tint his reason altogether, and roars out, "Well done, Cutty Sark!" And in an instant all was dark. Scarcely had he Maggie rallied, when out the hellish legion sallied, as bees buzz out wi' angry fight, when plundering herds assail their bike, as open pussy's mortal foes, when pop she starts before their nose, as eager runs the market crowd, when catch the thief resounds aloud, so Maggie runs, the witches follow, when money and eldritch screech and hollow. Ah, Tam, thou get thou farin', and hell thou roast thee like a herring. In vain thy Kate awaits thy coming, Kate soon will be a woeful woman. Now do thy spirit utmost, Meg, and win the Kirsty o' the brig. For there at the end o' thy tail may toss, a running stream they darena cross, but ere the keystane she could make, the feint a tail she had to shake. For Nanny, far before the rest, hard upon noble Maggie pressed, and flew at Tam with furious ettle, but little was she Maggie's mettle. He sprang brought off her master hale, but left behind her ain grey tail. The carlin cloft her by the rump and left puir Maggie scarce a stump. Now, while this tale of truth shall read, ilk man and mother's son, take heed. Whene'er to drink you're inclined, or cutty sacks run in your mind, think, you may buy the joys ever dear. Remember, Tam O Shanter's mare.